Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on Web3 and break it all down so it actually makes sense.
So you've probably heard the words crypto and NFTs thrown around, right? Well, today, we're going to take you from feeling totally lost to feeling confident about taking your first steps into Web3.
Here's what we've got on tap. We're going to walk through everything, starting with your very first steps, explaining what a crypto wallet really is, and we'll even create our own token. Then we'll tackle NFTs, DAOs, and wrap up by looking at the big picture. By the end of this, you'll have a solid grip on what this is all about. All right, let's jump right in. To get started, you really only need two things: a wallet and, just as important, a safe place to play around and figure things out. So first, you need a wallet. Think of it as your personal account for this new digital world. Then you need a test network. And honestly, this is the best part. It's like a free sandbox, a practice area where you can mess around without using any real money. You get free test money from something called a faucet, so you can click every button, make transactions, and learn the ropes without any risk at all. It's the perfect way to start. Okay, now let's get into what is probably the most crucial part of this whole thing: your wallet and the keys that control it. This is super important. You are your own bank. It gets thrown around a lot, but it's really true. This isn't like your normal bank account. You and only you have control. It's incredibly powerful, for sure, but it also comes with a big responsibility. You're in charge of keeping it safe. Okay, so this is the key difference you need to get. Your public key, that's like your email address or your home address. You can give it out to anyone so they can send you stuff, no problem. But your private key? Whoa, that is literally the key to your front door. It gives full access. You never, ever share that with anyone, period. Okay, enough with the theory. Let's get our hands dirty and do something cool. We're actually going to create our very own digital token. And trust me, it's way easier than it sounds. Now, before any action can happen on the blockchain, whether it's creating a token or sending one, you're going to run into something called gas fees.
So what is a gas fee? Think of it like a small transaction fee you'd pay at a bank or an ATM. It's a payment to the network for processing your transaction. But the best part? Since we're on that practice network, the testnet, we're just paying this fee with that free play money we got earlier. So for us, it costs nothing. And really, that's it. You just follow a few simple steps, go to a site, connect your wallet, give your token a name and a supply, and then you just approve the transaction. Boom, you've just created a token on the blockchain. What you've actually done is deployed a small program, a smart contract, onto the network. Pretty cool, right? So you did it. The transaction was successful. You can see it right there on the blockchain. You open up your wallet, excited to see your brand new tokens, and nothing. It's not there. This is a classic moment for every beginner, and honestly, it can cause a little bit of panic. You're thinking, where did it go? But don't worry, the fix is super simple. See, your wallet doesn't automatically know about every single token in existence. You have to tell it what to look for. You literally have to import the token by adding its specific address. It's kind of like getting a new phone. It doesn't have your contacts until you add them. Same idea. Okay, so now you get how tokens work. Let's build on that and talk about a very specific type of token you've definitely heard of: NFTs. So the tokens we made before, they're what's called fungible. That just means they're interchangeable. One of my dollars is the same as one of your dollars. But non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, are the complete opposite. Each one is totally unique, one of a kind. Think of it like a painting or a signed baseball card.
And this is where things get really interesting. An NFT isn't just about digital art. That's just the first, most famous use case. Really, an NFT is just a system for proving you own any unique thing. It could be your house deed, your university degree, a concert ticket, even your digital identity. People always say, but I can just right-click and save the image. And yeah, you can. But you can also take a picture of the Mona Lisa. It doesn't mean you own it. The value isn't in the JPEG. The value is in the unique token on the blockchain that proves you are the owner. It's an unforgeable public record of ownership. It's not about the item, it's about the receipt. So we've got a handle on digital assets. Now let's switch gears and look at a new way people are organizing themselves and working together in this world. Let's talk about DAOs, or decentralized autonomous organizations. The easiest way to think about it is like a company or a club, but without a CEO or a boss. Instead, the rules are written in code and all the major decisions are made by the members voting. It's all transparent. And what's cool is that DAOs can be set up in different ways. For example, some are run like companies, where the more tokens you hold, the more voting power you have, which makes sense for an investment group. Others are set up more like social clubs, where it's just one member, one vote, a flat democracy. And then there are these really neat ones based on reputation, where your influence actually grows the more you participate and contribute. It's a super flexible way to build a community.
Whew. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground, right? We've talked about wallets, tokens, NFTs, and DAOs. These are really the fundamental building blocks of this whole new Web3 space.
With this foundation, you can now start to explore and experiment, and most importantly, form your own opinion on all this stuff. The key thing to remember is that these aren't just abstract ideas. They're tools that create new ways to own things, build communities, and interact online.
So we've seen all these powerful building blocks. But the big question remains, is this new version of the internet actually going to be more fair and open? Or is it just going to be different? That's what everyone's trying to figure out right now. And with what you've learned today, you are now equipped to be a part of that conversation.